Hello, Gene Schwimmer here. Welcome to today's vlog. Today is going to be a very special vlog. I think it's special. If you're a conservative, and full disclosure, I'm a conservative, so you should always keep that in mind when you evaluate whatever I say. It's from a conservative viewpoint. So if you are a conservative, you run into the problem of just a counter argument. Well, not presenting a counter argument to what liberals believe, because the arguments are easy. The problem is, if you are in a hurry, that takes time. It takes time, and I would personally say don't bother, because it's not going to change anybody's mind. They just, if they believe there are 100 different sexes, you're not going to talk them out of it. But I thought you might find it interesting to watch a couple of videos, 2 videos and a bonus video that I'll get to. But in the 2 videos that are part of the vlog that are not the bonus, you're going to see, first of all, you're going to see one woman, a conservative woman, dispute, here's the headline. Watch, woman cremates modern gender theory in 59 seconds flat with a flamethrower and scatters its stupid ashes into the wind. So this first video, you're going to hear the counter argument to gender theory, to what liberals believe about genders. I was just talking about believing that there are apparently an unlimited number of sexes if you are a liberal. But well, just watch the video and you'll see this argument taken apart in 59 seconds, starting now.
Let's address the gender spectrum debate from as many angles as we can in 60 seconds. Let's go. If you're a man or a woman who identifies as anything other than a man or a woman, that is totally your right. It is not then your right to step on my free speech and tell me what I'm obligated to call you. And as the gender spectrum debate rises, so is legislation that is labeling misgendering as a hate crime. 2, I fundamentally believe that we are all men and women. That is human nature. That is biology. I do not placate to those who don't believe in science. Thirdly, as the gender spectrum ideology is rising, it is rising in our public schooling systems, meaning that young boys and girls are being exposed to this ideology, which is causing psychological harm to them and making them confused as to what gender they are. 4, for the lefties out there, if a man identifying as a woman is a real woman, does he share your patriarchal oppression or your womanhood? Does he get to compete in women's sports and kick your butt like they're doing right now? 5, as we normalize all this gender identification, we're normalizing predators being able to go into whatever bathroom that they want and letting our whole society fall victim to their depravity. So no, it's not just about a little box that you check when you're going to university and they ask what gender you are. These are fundamental changes that are being made to our society and everything that has ever been true.
That was video number 1, refuting the liberal belief in, well, as I said a moment ago, a multitude of sexes, apparently as many as you want, as many as there are people to declare whatever sex they think they are, and pick a personal pronoun that you have to use when addressing them. And when I say have to use, I mean that literally. If you are in New York, where I used to live, and one of the reasons why I moved, because there is, unless they took it off the books, a $250,000 fine, that is $250,000 fine, for failing to address a person by that person's preferred pronoun. This should be in Ripley's Believe It or Not. Unfortunately, it's in New York in the real world. Nothing I can do about that. So on to video, except to leave New York, which is what I did. So on to video number 2. This is a refutation in a minute and a half. So this one's a little longer, but it's this liberal belief in intersectionality, that there is a pecking order of, that we're all oppressed, and there is a pecking order in just a ranking of how oppressed one is. For instance, if you're black, you're oppressed this much. If you're gay, you're oppressed this much. If you're black and gay, then you're oppressed this much, on and on and on. This video is by Jordan Peterson, a man whom liberals love to hate for the simple reason that he speaks common sense, as you are about to see and hear right now.
There's a big problem here. The problem is, it's true. You're oppressed, you're oppressed, you're oppressed, you're oppressed. God only knows why. Maybe you're too short, or you're not as beautiful as you could be, or your grandparent was a serf, likely, because almost everybody's great-grandparent was. It's like, and you're not as smart as you could be, and you have a sick relative, and you have your own physical problems, and it's like, frankly, you're a mess. And you're oppressed in every possible way, including your ancestry and your biology, and the entire sum of human history has conspired to produce victimized you with all your individual pathological problems. It's like, yes, true. Okay, but the problem is that it is true. And so if you take the oppressed, you have to fractionate them and fractionate them. It's like, you're a woman. Yeah, okay, well, I'm a black woman. Well, I'm a black woman who has 2 children. Well, I'm a black woman who has 2 children, and one of them isn't very healthy. And then, well, I'm a Hispanic woman, and I have a genius son who doesn't have any money so that he can't go to university. And, I had a hell of a time getting across the border. It was really hard on me to get my citizenship. My husband is an alcoholic brute. It's like, well, yeah, that sucks too. And so, let's fix all your oppression. And we'll take every single thing into account, and then we'll fix yours too. We'll take every single thing into account. It's like, no, you won't, because you can't. You can't. It is technically impossible. First of all, you can't even list all the ways that you're oppressed. Second, how are you going to weight them? Third, who's going to decide? And that's the bloody thing. Who's going to decide?
Welcome back, and now time for a bonus video. I'm just going to let the video speak for itself. Here it is.
Lincoln did not free the slaves. Everyone, listen to
Jesus, take the wheel. I'm just trying to eat my pizza rolls. History is uncomfortable. It's not designed to make you feel good. It just is. Lincoln was a Republican. The Republican Party was founded in opposition to the Kansas-Nebraska Act, which expanded slavery into that territory. This is fact, whether you like it or not. Lincoln was anti-slavery from childhood. Lincoln being the first Republican president and Southern Democrats knowing the Republican platform was anti-slavery, man didn't even get inaugurated good before they started seceding. They knew he was coming for slavery. And come for slavery he did. The Emancipation Proclamation freed the slaves, and the Union Army delivered the message. The last 2 states to free slaves, Kentucky and Delaware, they did it with the 13th Amendment, which was 1865. Emancipation Proclamation freed the slaves. The 13th Amendment made it permanent. Lincoln righted a wrong. Yes, Lincoln freed the slaves. Like, that's just history. I'm sorry. If you're going to be a white savior, make sure you get a white hood to match.
Welcome back. And I don't know about you, but I got a real chuckle out of that one. And unfortunately, that's not an isolated incident. Well, to be fair, it's more extreme, more absurd than things I've seen in the past from our liberal friends, but not too far away from something that I've seen a number of times. Perhaps you have also, these Black Lives Matter demonstrations, other demonstrations by liberals, where you'll see a white liberal lecturing a black person about racism. It's just that in the black person telling the white person, you don't know what the heck you're talking about. I just find that, well, I get a chuckle out of that too, but this was really extreme and just crazy. Just the idea that Lincoln had nothing to do with ending slavery, number one. Number two, a white person just saying that, and then this black person is responding to it. But it's, if you want an explanation of why black people are increasingly voting for Republicans, that's as good an explanation as any, or at least a partial explanation. And I hope our liberal friends continue along that path. More. We need more. We need more because, again, I'm a conservative and I don't understand what black people are doing in the Democratic Party. I'll talk more about this in a future vlog, but for now, that's it for today. As always, I appreciate everybody spending a little time with me. If you could spend a little bit more time, I would appreciate a thumbs up if you like this video. Share with anybody you think would also like the video. Got any comments? Comment section below the video. You can also put their questions, suggestions for future topics. You could subscribe. I love getting new subscribers, and YouTube loves me getting new subscribers. You could visit my music channel. There's a link in the description, Music created, performed by moi. And finally, come back and see me again. I would love to see all of you again, perhaps with some friends and family, more viewers and listeners who will subscribe. So I'll look forward to seeing all of you again. And until I do see you all again, bye.